Namaste yogis. So we have been discussing the eight limbs of yoga, in which eight limbs we have discussed only two. First was Yama. In Yama we study Ahimsa, non-violence, Satya, truthfulness, Aste, honesty, Brahmacharya, chastity, and Aparigraha means non-possessiveness. We also study niyamas in which previous part. Soch means satisfaction. Soch means purity. So sorry. Santosh means satisfaction. Tap means austerity. Swadhyay means self-study, and Ishwar Pridhanta means the devotion towards the God. Now we have only discussed two limbs, whereas total is eight. So next is come asana. When we say asana, Patanjali Yoga Sutra do not talk about the way we see asana. Now asana become more holistic. This bending, this or that. No. It explain the asana in the simple sutra. Sthir Sukhe Asana means sthir means without movement. Sukh means comfortably. And asana means posture. So if you can sit comfortably in any posture, that's all the asana is. Not your rigorous, unnecessary power yoga, not your rigorous, unnecessary, forceful pushing. No. Sit comfortably without movement. That is the posture. Because remember, the main motive of yoga is to identify yourself as soul, connect to the higher consciousness, not to being more and more and more flexible or feeding your ego. After that, they talk about pranayama. Pranayama is also known as the breath work. Now, in pranayama, how beautifully the Patanjali Maharishi has been explained. They say three part of the pranayama: Purak, Kumbhak, and Rechak. Purak means inhale. Kumbhak means I am retaining the breath. Rechak means exhaling. This how they explain the pranayama. Clear? Now, Kumbhak, which means retention, it can be done in two ways: internal retention, external retention. Let me explain to you. Take a deep breath. That is Purak. Now I am holding the breath. This is retention but internal. So, internal. Now I will exhale out. Clear? But even after exhaling out, I am retaining some of the breath. That is external retention. Then again, we will go to inhale, then retention, then exhale, then retention. This is the whole cycle of pranayama according to Maharishi Patanjali. He said those who get the control over the breath will get the control over the mind, control over the body. So controlling over the breath means you know when to stop, when to inhale, when to exhale. Clear? After that, pratyahar. Pratyahar is most possibly you have already done. How? Like for example, whenever we sit into any meditative pose, the first thing the instructor tell you, close your eyes. So closing your eyes means you withdraw all the senses from the outer world to inward. Then what the meditative teacher told you to make a mudra. So you are closing your energy channel and your skin. Clear? Skin is another of sense of organ. So we have to withdraw our senses: eyes, nose, ear, tongue, and skin. So when we sit in a meditative pose, we are going towards inward because we are closing our senses from outward door to inward. That is pratyahar. Clear? Now you see, in day-to-day life, when we use many example, like for example social media is free, but what they are taking is our precious time and attention. And yoga always says your attention should be inward, to identify yourself as a soul and connecting to the higher universe or higher energies. Clear? Now, after that, dharna. Dharna means concentration. Now you have done meditation many times, or all the beginners that comes to Arogya Yoga School, they say, sir, we try to meditate, but after 5 minutes we are thinking about something, then we do not like to meditate. No. Maharishi Patanjali explain in this manner that slowly, you will keep meditating and your concentration will start to becoming better. In the beginning, you will start to meditate, but you will not. I'm not able to concentrate. It will take time. Why? Because we never trained our mind. We always trained our body. We used to play sports, we used to go to gym or something. But we never trained the mind. This is the training of the mind. Withdrawal of the senses. Now concentrate your senses inward and try to meditate. Being in that state where you are meditating. Clear? After a while, your attention will go again somewhere. Then again, take it back. Then again. When you do a lot and a lot of practice, then you will reach into a stage of dhyan. Dhyan is a meditative state. Means where you start finding yourself shunya. Shunya means neutral. You no longer being just a body, but you become a neutral being. Your mind is completely clear, completely calm. You start to get divine knowledge, not the knowledge which is in the book. The knowledge like what is the purpose of the life, what is life, why we are here, why earth is being made, why human have intelligence. These all the existential questions will be answered by itself. That is your dhyan. And after that, you start attaining some siddhis and powers, which we call opening of the Kundalini Shakti, that eventually leads to samadhi enlightenment. Like, for example, Buddha was a prince. He go for exile. He left everything. After years of meditation, he start meditating and finally reach to enlightenment. Enlightenment means you identify the God inside you, not outward. Inside you there is a God. That is the enlightenment. So these are all the steps, but always remember yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharna, dhyan, samadhi. These are the steps of Maharishi Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Thank you. This is all. See you next time.